Hello, and Redneck Computer Geek here with another how-to on lawn tractor repair. If you like working on lawn tractors, subscribe to the channel. Maybe you'll learn something, maybe you'll teach me something. Alright, so this is a Toro Wheel Horse 1338 HXL. This is the hydro model in the rear. Both the hydro model and the geared model both use the same exact deck setup if you're looking for that. So here we have a belt that is obviously debating the sanctity of life, so we're going to be replacing it today. Up here we've got a 810s V-belt we ordered off of Amazon. It is a 87¼ inch belt, which is what this requires. An 87-inch belt will work perfectly fine. Down in the description you're going to find a link for where to buy this if you'd like to go and help me out. Anytime you purchase through one of my links, I make a couple cents. Alright, this is one of those decks where the operation needs to be done in a certain order, otherwise this turns into an ever-loving headache. The first problem with this deck is the engagement system for the deck. So, obviously this is your deck engagement. Your deck engagement cable comes down here and goes through these rollers. So we've got the primary roller and then the secondary roller right here, and it goes back to this connection back here. Let's see if I can get it on camera. Can you see that? No, you can't. I'm at the wrong angle. There we go, right there in the center. You see that jiggling? Okay, so that you have to pull up with what little loose slack that you have. Sometimes you have to have somebody reef on the deck forward to get enough slack. And the other way you can get more slack in order to undo that is to deliberately pop it off of this front pulley so that you can get about an extra inch or two. That's got to be your first priority. That way you can drop the deck. Once that is done, then you can take your pick, either undo these or undo these in order to drop the deck down. And then we'll go from there. Alright, so here in the front right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take and we're going to drop this belt off, the old one if it's still on there. And that just pulls forward against that and drops down. That's easy. So now we've got this bolt and we've got this bolt that we're going to undo, and that'll drop this and the whole deck will come down. I hate to say it, but this is one of those tractors that to get this belt done, if it still has the guards on it, these guards here, you have to drop the belt, drop the deck. It's got to come down. It's the only way you can get to that. So here we go. Alright, so here's why we dropped the deck. And the reason being is because there's this rusted screw that need to go and be undone to take this side off. The other thing is you want to pull this and you want to grease this pivot while you're in here doing this, because if it has rotted out or blown a belt, most likely that needs to be greased and should be caught up. Also, make sure to grease this pin here while you're in here. On the other side, as we come around, we've got one. This one is most likely going to snap. Just have a couple of self-tapping screws on hand. 2, yet again, most likely going to snap. And 3. So we're going to undo those so that we can be able to put the belt on. Also, you've got this. So you've got to undo this and lift it in order to be able to get the belt through here before you try and do anything else. Got that on. Got that run over there and got that on. Now, as far as this goes, you want to make sure that this belt retainer is facing this direction. And the reason being is because when this belt pulls forward, it goes like this out and around. Okay, so that retainer needs to be on this side in order to hold it so it doesn't drop off of this outer edge and slice across. Otherwise than that, at this point, you should be able to take the front, lift it up, bolt it in, and then take that cable, run it across both pulleys, and while we're here, that cable attaches right here. So with this tabbed end, you push down and then roll it back in order to sit in that hole. So down through the hole, roll it back, and it should sit. If for some reason it comes loose at all, just throw a zip tie right over the top of it in a couple of different directions. These tend to stretch with time. This one's brand spanking new, but as you can see, they start to wear right where the pulley hits them. So just take your time and go through it.